Hey everybody, Steve Burns here from Chromalution.com, and boy do I have a treat for you. So it's done. I've got it printed. I'm going to show you the results on the 3D prints in just a moment. But this is the docking bay. Now, this is the docking bay that I designed specifically for the 1350th style Starship Enterprise. All the versions of the Starship Enterprise within the 1350th sizing, as well as the 1350th Katinga class starship, will also fit in here perfectly. All right, so to give you an idea of the size of this thing, lengthwise, we have almost a little bit over 4 feet. Okay, so this is going to be pretty much as large as my Planet Eater from the Doomsday Machine from the TOS Star Trek that I did. And then width-wise, if we look at it from this direction, this is 24 inches wide. So the starship diameter of the 1/350th scale, I believe, is around 16 inches. This is 24. So you got plenty of space in there to fit your starship. These panels light up, all right? Everything you see here that's lit, those panels light up. Now, I've actually created um, like a translucent housing for the very large lighting panels. The, the general feedback I was getting from the community is that for these smaller square ones, the user prefer to do it themselves. So if you want to use a translucent white or a different color, you have the ability to do so. So I'm going to let you guys cut those out yourselves, and you basically paste these in from the inside, okay? Your LED lightings are going to go behind it. You've got plenty of room in here, all right? So I designed it so that it's three sections here. If I pull this on back, pull it to actually go to the top view here. So I'm going to pull it around this way. It'll be easier. And this is all designed in Blender. This is not based off of any Starship design off of Star Trek or any sci-fi program. This is my own personal design. I want to do something like a docking bay that was very, very cool. And so this is my personal design, and I'm very proud of it. So if you notice, everything's divided up into threes here. If we divide this up right at the neck, this is basically three sections along with the bridge section up here in the front. Okay, and if we go to the bottom, we're going to see some of the details that are part of this. There we go. I'm gonna get a little bit closer, and there's all types of wonderful. There we go, wonderful detail, and I'm going to show you that on the actual model in just a moment. Okay. All right. So this is a big boy. This is a big model. 4 feet, 2 feet by 4 feet, 48 inches, somewhere around there. This is gonna be big. Actually, one of these light housings here, just one of them is almost twice the size of my hand. All right, so it's big. All right, so let's do this. Let's actually go and into the other room and actually see the printed pieces and how they are fit together. Okay, so we're going to start with the body of the housing here. It's a docking bay and designed to repair starships in dry dock, so to speak. And the detail on there is absolutely fabulous. I'm going to kind of get in close and pull around. In fact, I'm going to pull back away and I'm going to zoom in. I think that's a better view of the detail. There we go. Look at that. Okay. So all types of wonderful detail. This is printed in two halves. So it's three sets of this that you're going to get. Let's pull back and let's actually take one of the halves off. I'm going to pull back here. And actually, before I do so, before I take one off, I want you to kind of get a view of this. Okay, so the idea is that these lights on the side articulate, um, so that you can place them at any angle that you so choose. Okay, I'm gonna get in close here. All right, let's pull back and let's see the whole half. The size of my hand is big, and if I pull this off, you're gonna get three sets of these. Okay, and if you put them neck to neck, 3 rows up. It's as you can anticipate, it's going to be large. Let's look at the bottom. All right, let's turn it around and take a look at the lighting housing, which is right in here. See the square openings? Now that's where the user is going to put, it's going to design their own light styles or panels to put in there. Some of the users prefer to use more of, let's kind of zoom in a little bit closer here. They prefer to use a translucent plastic. So I'm going to allow the user to do that. The larger housing, the glass for the larger light housing, I have provided for you. Okay, and if we kind of bring it around, let's kind of get inside here a little bit. There we go. There's lots of space in there. I'm going to turn it around, see if we can get a little bit of lighting in there. It's kind of tough. I have the lighting coming from the side, but it's lots of room. Get in close, and I'm gonna come around to the side here. There we are. Look at that. Look at that detail. Wonderful. All right. So that is the top housing. I'm going to go ahead and put this back together again. Let's pull this apart and let's go get the bridge. And the bridge is wonderful. It fits right on there. Okay. Lots of room in there. We can see all the windows from, as you can see from the inside, all the windows, large openings. Look at that. In fact, let's place this down, and I'm going to get in close. I'm going to zoom in close. You can see all that little detail in there. All right, so we got the antenna. These are not phasers out here. These are antennas for any type of communications on the various styles, types of starships that's going to come into the docking bay. Isn't that fabulous? Now, the glass dome will go on top, right? So that's kind of like the bridge section. If we turn it around, remember that detail I showed you earlier? I'm going to go in and get in close here. Look at that. It's all there. I'm going to turn it around. There we go. Get the lighting to come more from the side. Look at that detail. Absolutely fabulous. Fabulous. I'm actually very proud of this piece. I've got a lot of requests for purchasing. I will include the buy link in the description. So let's go now and look at the articulated arms. So I'm going to move the body back, and then I'm going to bring the arms forward. Okay, so here are the lighting panels. Now, before I talk about these, there was something I forgot to mention. I'm going to grab the body here. I'm going to bring it and turn it on over. And a little special thing I placed on this kit. Right in here, you're going to see 4 notches. This is where this little paneling is going to fit right on top of those notches. Inside those notches, you also have an equal, a matching set on this panel where you're going to put magnets in. So this will magnetize down. Why? Because if you ever need to go inside to repair any wiring or replace any lighting, you can just grab the end here, pull it off, and get access to your wiring and your lighting. Every one of these sections, the body section here, there's 6 of them, have this panel connection. Okay, so it's for your convenience. If in the future a light goes out or wiring's not functioning the way that you think it should be, you can actually use that paneling to access it. Okay, so now let's go back and talk about these lighting panels. This is the lighting panels. Look at my hand. It's huge. These lighting panels slide right in there, just like that. Okay. And they rotate to articulate the way that you like. Okay. I want to kind of get in close so you can see all that detail in there. Now to connect those together, I have a rod that I've made that on the ends kind of match the detail of the starship. They actually slide right into these little holes in here and connects the two. If we turn that over, you can see the housing where the wires come through here, go up through here, and access your LED lights and wiring all through here. The same thing here. They come right through this larger piece here. You can see if I get in closer, that's kind of zoom in close. You can see right there, output into the other panel. And everything's hidden. You never see any wires. So what do we do after this? Well, let's take a look at the hexagon styled housing, and I'm going to grab that, as we can see right there. Isn't that cool? And that fits flush perfectly right on top. Okay, fits perfectly flush. It's always kind of hard to work with one hand because you have the other hand on the phone. Yeah, see that? Now, I did create a panel for this. This is the lighting panel. It's a translucent lighting panel. And if we take this off and place this on, it goes right on inside and hold it up to the light. All right, it diffuses the light so you can kind of get an idea as to exactly how that's supposed to look. All right. Okay, so that is it. The body sections, you're going to be getting 3 pairs, so 6 of those. 3 pairs of the arms. You'll be getting 6 of these, and which are the paneling for accessing the wiring. 2 of the bridges right there. Bring that around. And gluing is easy peasy, because I've made a lot of flat surfaces to easily glue things and adhere everything together. Inside, you can see it's plenty of room in there. All right, so I'm excited about this little build, about this little project. It's ready for shipping, ready for ordering. 3D printer set up, so if anybody's interested, I'm going to put the buy page in the description, and it'll give you the ability to have one of these of your own. Okay, so this is my own design, custom build, first generation 3D print. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Steve Burns from Chromevolution.com, signing off.